As the new policy takes effect for fiscal year 2026, some additional context is worth considering. The number 7,500 is historically low. It draws parallels to earlier periods in US history when refugee admissions were extremely restricted. The explicit prioritisation of white South Africans, Afrikaners, is unusual in refugee policy terms, which historically focus on people fleeing war, persecution or gross human rights violations, not selecting by ethnicity or national origin in a non-conflict setting. South Africa's government rejects the claim that white Afrikaners face persecution in a manner that qualifies for refugee protection under international law. The domestic situation in South Africa is complex. Violent crime and farm murders are real issues, yet available data do not show that white farmers are targeted significantly more than others. Diplomatic friction between the US and South Africa is already elevated by way of tariffs, aid suspensions, and broader disagreements on trade and geopolitics. In conclusion, this refugee policy shift marks a significant departure from US precedent, narrowing the admissions ceiling and foregrounding refugee selections based on a controversial classification of white South Africans as victims of illegal or unjust discrimination. That designation is sharply disputed in Pretoria and among many South African civil society actors. The fallout may ripple through bilateral relations, refugee resettlement practice, and the broader international perception of US humanitarian and immigration policy. If you like, I can follow up with more detailed figures on how many Afrikaners have applied under the new priority scheme, the status of the US-South Africa tariff negotiations, and recent crime data in South Africa for comparative analysis.